So the presence of Romelu Lukaku has brought less playing time to Timo Werner, which has brought so many speculations. Timo Werner went from leading the line in Chelsea's biggest game of the season to an unused substitute when they were in desperate need of a goal in Turin. No one can be more confused about his situation than the German himself, who is being monitored by Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund in a make-or-break season at Stamford Bridge. Thomas Tuchel's decision to ignore Werner in the 1-0 defeat to Juventus on Wednesday has sparked fresh questions over his future. Yet the Chelsea's manager's unwillingness to put faith in him against Manchester City last week suggested he has not yet given up on the £45 million striker, rediscovering his goal-scoring touch. But something has got to happen soon for Werner, who has endured such a bad run in front of goal that now stretches back almost a year for Chelsea. Since his 88th minute strike against Sheffield United last November, he has scored just 5 goals in a Chelsea shirt. That is over a period of 47 games rather. With those sort of statistics, Tuchel may well have been justified in snubbing him in favour of 5 other second half substitutes at Juve. Even his 1 goal this season against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup was quickly followed by the squandering of chance to double his tally. Werner is understandably low on confidence and getting few chances to play his way back into the form after starting just 3 games this season and only 1 with Romelu Lukaku. And he would be within his rights to point out the records of his fellow forwards this term. Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic have 1 goal each, while Mason Mount is yet to open his account. Werner was signed on the back of his prolific finishing for RB Leipzig, where he scored 78 goals in 127 Bundesliga games, and is a different profile on Tuchel's other options up front, but they are all competing for the same role, playing off Romelu Lukaku. Werner's chances of regular game time are directly linked to Chelsea's record signing Romelu Lukaku. If they cannot hit it off, then the German international is destined for a season on the sidelines and likely departure next summer. Well, in that respect, he did himself few favours against City when his failure to link up with Lukaku left Tuchel so frustrated as Chelsea simply slipped to their first defeat of the season. It was no worse than Romelu Lukaku on the day, but there was never any doubt about who would make it way when a reshuffle was made against Juve. Tuchel's failure to find the right balance in attack to best exploit Lukaku has been particularly highlighted in the back-to-back defeats that have yielded just 1 shot on target over 2 games, which is very poor. The Belgium international started in 4 different forward combinations already this season. If not for injury and illness to Christian Pulisic, it would surely have been more. Werner has not been helped by Tuchel's increasing tendency to second-guess himself. For the first time in his Chelsea reign, the German boss does not seem to know what his best team is. His uncertainty about his attack is echoed in midfield, where deadline day signing Saul Niguez has been usurped by Ruben Loftus-Cheek and even Ross Barkley in the pecking order. Meanwhile, Jorginho appears to be showing the strain of being a near ever-present this season with leggy performances in recent weeks. But Saturday's visit of Southampton begins a run of more favourable fixtures after such a daunting start to the campaign that saw Chelsea face Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs and Manchester City on the bounce. So Tuchel may welcome the opportunity to more effectively use his squad over a period of 6 games without coming up against any of the traditional Big Six. 9th place Brentford are the highest placed team Chelsea will play between now and the visit of Manchester United on November 28th. In Southampton, Norwich, Newcastle and Burnley they meet 4 of the bottom 5. Even Leicester, who they travel to on November 20, have endured a troubled start to the season. It's a run that should provide some respite after so many major tests in the opening 2 months of the campaign. How much of that Werner will play is yet to be known, as Timo Werner and Lukaku are far too different players, and like we all know, Thomas Tuchel prefers Romelu Lukaku up front ahead of Timo Werner. Anyway guys, remember to click on the subscribe button. If this is your first time here, click on the bell icon too to get notified whenever we drop in new videos, and remember to comment on our video, subscribe, click on the like button, share our video also.